Hello, welcome to Stephanie Uncensored. So today is going to be a book tag, and I'm doing the coffee book tag. Yay! But of course you don't know what's in my cup of coffee because I'm just not going to tell you. It is coffee. So it's this tag, I'm not exactly sure where it originated at, but it has been floating around YouTube for a while, so I figured I'd do it and sound like fun. It's winter outside, so it's all about grabbing that cup of warm something and putting it in your hands and loving it and reading a book. So today I'm drinking coffee while I read and record and things like that. But let's get on with the book tag. I will leave the questions for the book tag down in the comment section, so if you feel like doing this tag, please do. I would love to watch what you guys come up with the books, because I know we're so different here on YouTube and BookTube in the community. So here we go. So Black. Name a series that's tough to get into but has hardcore fans. So I would have to say the Crossfire series by Sylvia Day. There is a group of people that are diehard fans that are just like, yes, I love Gideon, I love Ava, and I was on that bandwagon. However, it did change my mind after I finally read all of the books. I thought she kind of fell off after book number 3 and sort of just pushed out book 4 and 5 and didn't really make any sense, and I was kind of disappointed at the end. But there are some hardcore fans that are just like, yes, you have got to read this and you gotta love it, and things like that. Question number 2 is Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or a festive time of year. So I actually had to look on my Goodreads to figure out what books are sort of set in the winter time frame, and lo and behold, I came up with, or that I have read, lo and behold, I came up with the Bride Quartet by Nora Roberts. When I read this, I do believe it was in the wintertime last year, and I did enjoy it. Part of it was set in the wintertime, if I remember correctly, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it a winter read. I really haven't read anything that is completely set in the wintertime, so if you have any suggestions or things like that, please leave them down in the comments down below. Hot Chocolate, which is my son's favorite. What is your favorite children's book? So I would have to say Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. It's a group of poems and short stories that pretty much every kid should read, and I just fell in love with it because they were really short reads, and back then I wasn't into reading, and it really helped to have something so simple that I could get into. Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. That is really, really hard question, but the one that has hit me like the latest, or the one that I've read most recently, was That Which Destroys Me by Kimber S. Dawn. And if you have watched if you've watched the review for that book, you'll understand that I was completely book hangovered on that book, and for so many reasons, that book had me on the edge of my seat through the entire thing. I wanted it to go one way, and it just didn't go that way, and it was an exciting, expressive, dark, crazy read, and I loved every single minute of it. It is a standalone, so you can check that out. Quite a few of the other ones that I would say could fall in this category are series, so there's that long game that goes along with that. Starbucks. Name a book that you see everywhere. I would have to say Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and of course it is all over BookTube, in the BookTube community, because it is a YA book, and yeah, I DNF'd it, and I'll just leave it at that for that one. That Hipster Coffee Shop. Name a book by an indie author, give a shout out. So this one's super hard because that is pretty much quite a bit of what I read is indie authors. And so, of course, I'm just going to give you a list of authors that I think deserve lots and lots and lots of love. And so let's get started with that list. Alethea Roman, Carrie Haywood, M.R. Joseph, Ella Dominguez, just to name a few, because they are some underrated authors in my book, but they have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work. Oops, I accidentally got decaf. Name a book where you were expecting more from, or that you were expecting more from. So I would have to say Transference by Ava Harrison. And looking at that cover, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this awesome, alpha male that is, telling this story, or the story is about him. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be sexy, or it's gonna be dark and it's gonna be sexy, but it's gonna have a point to it. And this book just sort of left me with nah. So I only gave this book 3 stars, and it was because it just kept going and kept going and kept going, never really getting anywhere, at least in my opinion. So, last question is the perfect blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet, but ultimately satisfying. So that award goes to Harley and Rose by Carmen Jenner. I was provided this book as an ARC, so I will link that full review down below if you really want to hear what I had to say about that at the time that I read it. But let me just tell you, this book, it moves you. It has a twist in it that is just crazy, and it's difficult to read at points, but it's about 2 best friends and, just life and in general, and it's really, really good. But yeah, I will leave that review in the comment section. So that is all the questions. There's 8 of them. If you feel like doing it, I don't tag people and tag videos, but if you feel like doing this tag, please do, and leave a link in the comments if you want me to take a look at it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.